Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today we'll be going over Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Now, Palantir has just announced a pretty crazy investment in an EV aviation company that we were definitely not expecting from Palantir. So we're going to be going over in this video what this investment means for Palantir and also what company that they are investing in and how this company will be going public in a SPAC merger very, very soon. We'll also be going over some technical analysis a little later in the video, as well as some price targets to kind of help you better manage your trades on Palantir if you are looking to get into Palantir. So if you have any interest in Palantir, this is something you are definitely going to want to stick around for. But before we get into any of that, if you guys enjoy this content, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos. And I also have my Webull linked down below if you want to put $100 into that Webull link, then we can both get some free stocks out of that. So win-win situation with that. But let's get right back into this video. We can see Palantir here on TradingView. We can see here on the daily chart what we were kind of expecting to see in my last Palantir video yesterday, where I talked about Palantir. We were looking for it to break above this resistance at 2290, which we definitely got to show some bullish momentum. And now it looks like today in the pre-market we'll be jumping up again to 2393. So a lot of bullish momentum. But we were definitely talking about momentum going into this double click demo day that Palantir will be hosting on April 14th. So again, mark that day on your calendar. But this is the kind of momentum that we will be expecting to see coming up into the event. And then we will be expecting after the event a little bit of a sell-off. But again, today we'll be hopefully breaking above this resistance here at 2407 and then come into this range and then hopefully again test the next resistance at around 2523. But let's get right into this investment news, this crazy investment that Palantir has decided to park their money in. If we go over here, the company that they will be putting some money into, their strategic investment will be Lilium. So Lilium is a aviation company, an EV aviation company. And if we go down here, we can see Palantir has taken a stake in the German air shuttle company Lilium via a private placement. And what a private placement is, instead of Lilium in their SPAC merger offering shares to the public, they are offering shares to private investors. But this is similar as they are still, bringing cash in through investment. Lilium is scheduled to go public in the US via a SPAC deal. The deal is to be via a reverse merger with Quell Acquisition Corp in a deal valuing the business at around $3.3 billion. Lilium uses battery-powered aircraft that can take off and land vertically, eliminating the need for runway space and increasing the flexibility of use, which I think is very, very interesting. Obviously, this technology is something that is brand new, never really seen before, and I think that, with Palantir, they have a lot of extra cash laying around. I'm sure that they were just looking for an undervalued company to park some cash in, and with Lilium being an EV aircraft company, this kind of new technology, this is definitely an undervalued company where, Palantir could park some cash and hopefully make some good returns. Now we have some words from the CEO. We have in Quell, we have found a partner who shares our ambition for sustainable mobility and brings tremendous experience in running mobility and hardware businesses. Daniel Wigand, CEO and co-founder of Lilliam, said in a statement. So Quell Acquisition Corp is a SPAC started by Barry Engle. Barry Engle was the former president of GM in North America. Quell shares are trading at around 10.50. So obviously they have a big backer in Barry Engle, who was the former president of GM. So that is a pretty big backing for Quell. And I think Palantir is making a very smart move by parking some of that cash into this company, Lilium. Now, if we go over to Quell, if you guys are interested in also getting in on this SPAC deal, they are trading at pretty close to the opening IPO dollar amount at around, they opened at around 1051, and they are currently trading pre-market today looking at around 1019. So you can definitely get in this company at a discount if you are interested. But let's go over to Lilium, and we can kind of see that obviously they are aviation company, and this is their kind of headquarters. Very technology driven. This is their 7-seater Lilium jet. Very cool looking aircraft vehicle here. And it's definitely some new technology. EV aircrafts may be a new kind of hot industry that we can see a lot of money going into. So it'd be definitely interesting to see how the SPAC merger does and how Palantir does on this investment. But let's get back into Palantir on the chart. If we go back up here, we can see, as we discussed earlier, we'll be looking for today on the daily chart for Palantir to kind of break above, come up into this area here above 2407, and then hopefully we'll get some tests of the resistance at 2523. But for me personally, for me to be shown bullish confirmations that we are out of this downtrend, I'll be looking to take things above 2641 and above 2847 as the 50 EMA is here. We saw rejections in this area before when we bounced off of this area coming up, and then we rejected back down. So I'll be looking to go above anything in this area here. That will show me bullish confirmations in that we are breaking out of this downtrend. But let's get into this 30-minute. We can take a look on some closer time frames for some shorter term trades that we can be expecting. So we are definitely coming up into this 200 EMA, which I discussed in my past video being a very troublesome area. However, we did get this break above the 50 EMA, broke above our resistance here at 2290 to continue up, and now in the pre-market we will be looking to test this resistance on the 30-minute 200 EMA. So this will be a very important day for Neo stock, as this will kind of prove to us that we will be continuing moving forward upward and bullishly in the short term, at least by coming above the 200 EMA, because then that will be created as a support that we can use to bounce off of to continue moving up. And we can see here also the 50 EMA is starting to trend upward. However, we are entering in some oversold territory in Palantir, so we may expect a little bit of rejections in this area. So that is something to be aware of as well. But if you guys are still waiting to get in on this trade and you want to get in soon to kind of plan this out for you guys. However, before I get into this planning out this trade, I just want to make you guys aware I am not a financial advisor. Everything I do and say on this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So please do your own due diligence on these trades. But to help you kind of plan this out, what I would do in this situation is I would wait for strong confirmations, candle closes above the 200 EMA, as well as my resistance here at 2404. So where you'll be taking in this is around this area on a candle close. Your first price target will be here at around 25.25. That is where you'll be taking a partial profit to ensure gains. Guys, make sure you're taking partial profits, reducing your overall position as price moves up. You'll also be putting your stop loss just below the support here, just in case price does reject out of this area and come back down. You will not want to be in the trade at that time, as this will show us bearish momentum. So make sure you have your stop loss just below the support here. We could actually tighten that up just a little bit, just to make sure that we don't lose too much of our money. But if everything does go our way, we break above the 200 EMA, coming up to our first price target here at 25.25. That is where you'll be taking your first partial profit, ensuring some gains, gaining up in that account. Make sure you're growing that, and then you'll be going to your next price target at 26.40. Then price will be at the newly created support here at 25.25. And as we can see here, this is a massive stop loss. So we want to trail this upward as price moves up as well. And you can either use this as a percentage of your position, what you're willing to lose, or also off of candle structure. And at this time, as we enter into gain territory, I prefer to use candle structure and going based off of supports where I see in the candles. So you'll be trailing this up as well, just in case, because if price does again reject off and go back down, you could be taken at a loss. So we're ensuring gains by doing this, protecting our account and managing our risk at this time. I think a good resistance area as well would be right here based off this candle structure here. We can see price came up and rejected straight out of that area. So then we can see 27.42 being our next kind of price target. So once we come up to 26.40, we'll be taking again another partial profit to ensure gains and grow our account. We'll then be moving our next price target to 26.40 around, or 27.40, excuse me, in that area. Price will then be at the next support level that was just created through the break of it. And again, guys, massive stop loss. We don't want price to come back down into this area and take us out where we could have had gains at. So make sure you're putting your stop loss where you're comfortable and how much money you are willing to risk. It really comes down to what you guys are willing to lose in this trade and how much you're willing to give up to stay in the trade. But that is all the information I had for you guys today on Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. However, if you enjoyed this video and found value in it, please drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos. And I also, again, have my Webull linked down below where if you put in $100, we will both receive 2 free stocks. So if you want some free money, go ahead and do that. But as always, guys, I hope you have an excellent day, get some gains in the market, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.